Hello friends, welcome to today's daily devotion. I'm Kerry Wood, pastor of the Goldston Methodist Church in Goldston, North Carolina. We are asking big questions and finding bigger answers. Last week we looked at the question of who is God. This week we are looking at the question, who is Jesus Christ? And to find answers to this big question, today we are looking at the Gospel of John, one of the best resources for us to understand who Jesus is. We're reading the prelude, John chapter 1, verses 1 through 5 and 9 through 14. Hear now these words. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was with God in the beginning. Through him all things were made. Without him nothing was made that has been made. In him was life, and that life was the light of all mankind. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. The true light that gives light to everyone was coming into the world. He was in the world, and though the world was made through him, the world did not recognize him. He came to that which was his own, but his own did not receive him. Yet to all who did receive him, to those who believed in his name, he gave the right to become children of God. Children born not of natural descent, nor of human decision or a husband's will, but born of God. The Word became flesh and made his dwelling among us. We have seen his glory, the glory of the one and only Son who came from the Father, full of grace and truth. We just came through the season of Advent and Christmas, where we looked at the birth narratives of Jesus. And here in the Gospel of John, John doesn't give us the birth narrative of Jesus in the same way that Matthew or Luke did. Instead, John gives us the origins of Jesus as the pre-existent, eternal Son of God, aka the Word. Jesus was more than just Jesus, the baby who was lying in the manger. He is the very essence of God. He is fully deity. In fact, he is so much deity that everything that is came to be, as John says, through him. All things were made through Jesus, even before he had the name Jesus. And so when Jesus came into this world, he came into that which he had created. He created the sun, the stars, the moon, the trees, the oceans, the rocks, the grains, everything, even the people. Jesus became a person, a human being just like you and me. That's what it says when he came to that which was his own, but his own did not receive him. Not only did humanity reject him, but the very specific people of his heritage, the Jews, they rejected him. They did not experience and receive him as being the promised Messiah that they had been waiting for centuries. And yet, John says, those who did receive him, they were given the right to become the children of God. And here's where I find it fascinating. John gives us the same sense of the virgin birth that Jesus had in Matthew and Luke, and gives it to us here in John. Did you catch it? Let me repeat that phrase again. To those who believed in his name, he gave the right to become children of God, children born not of natural descent, not of human decision or husband's will, but born of God. My friends, we owe our physical existence to the fact that our parents came together in a physical union, and that union created you, created me, created our siblings, every person who was born on this planet physically, except for Jesus, was of natural descent, human decision, the husband's will. But to be born of God, that is something that God does. Your mama can't do it for you. Your daddy can't do it for you. Your brother, your sister, your aunt, your uncle, your nephew, your niece. Nobody can do this for us except God. And when we believe, God says, boom, you're in. So who is Jesus? He is the one who gives you the right, the privilege of being a child of God. Wow. And I'll see you tomorrow for our next daily devotion.